What is up, everybody? Fun episode today. Had a lot of feedback from the last bunch of episodes, news, you name it. Big thank you to everybody who's supporting. Everybody sent me messages. Tuesday's news that was just posted. That was my 52nd time doing a news story. 52 straight Tuesdays in a row, we dropped the news. Which is fun because I've been on family vacations and still drop the news. You can see them. Halloween, I put a Halloween mask on, drop the news. It's been fun. It's quickly become a favorite thing for me to do. THWC is kind of just starting out. Only a few episodes of that in, 3 or so. But it's a year behind. But thanks. It's been a lot of fun. And so a topic today, I have 3 or 4 things to discuss with you guys, but my best ROI in a long time, the best ROI, I'm going to take this 2 ways. One, it's talking about a box of cards, which is going to be fun. So, stick with me. You can hear about that. Good return. But the best ROI that I've gotten, believe it or not, is the last couple of weeks on some of these episodes and some of the feedback we've gotten from folks. And it's funny because, sometimes I'm just in my living room, fireplace behind me, talking into the computer, not knowing where it's going to hit or how it's going to hit, and something will stick. I don't know who is out there listening, and how it's going to hit home. But when I get DMs saying like, hey, I was thinking the exact same thing, and now I'm selling this card, I'm selling this one, I have this one, or hey, I don't know why I went down the path that I went down, buying the cards that everybody was buying the cards that people told me I needed to add to my collection when they had no real nostalgia. They had no real connection for me. Their Shaq one. Wow, did I get a lot of DMs about that? Probably older people my age, who just don't have the same sort of connection to the PMGs and the rubies and essential credentials. No matter how many posts Spinatron puts out there, I'm not an essential credential buyer. I don't care about those cards. I think they're hideous, especially the pink ones. I just don't care. I don't want them. And, there are agendas out there. Usually when someone's posting a card like that, they're not posting it just because it's a card. They're posting it because it's their own bag. They're pumping their own stuff. So, it's interesting because, the feedback that I got was, I'm going to sell this $2,000 Shaq card that I bought, and I'm going to buy, 3 or 4 $100 Shaq cards that were the ones that I liked as a kid, were the ones that I chased. And it wasn't just Shaq. It was, all different kinds. It was all different sports. It was all different stories. And, that made me very happy because it's funny. I try to think about, where we went left, right? And I think a lot of it is because, you come into the space and you start to wear a bunch of different hats, myself included, right? I came in because I wanted to buy some cards. And it's funny because, 5-6 years ago, I bought my Don Mattingly that I wanted to have, my Ken Griffey Jr. that I wanted to have. But then all of a sudden it was like, that LeBron seems cheap. I'm going to buy that LeBron. And then LeBron went up. And then you could sell it. And then it wasn't just, hey, I want to own the cards that I want to own. It wasn't just, I want to buy the cards that I have some connection to. It's, I want to buy a card that I think is undervalued. And then they wear the hat of collector, investor, flipper, content creator, somebody who's talking about the picks and plays that they're making. And it just kind of snowballs. And the funny thing is, I've talked about this a bunch of times in, the 1,250 or so episodes that we have now published out there, right? I've talked about this a bunch of times. I said, everybody was a genius on the ride up, right? Everybody was smart. Everybody was making plays. It didn't matter. Hell, Kyle Lewis was a moneymaker for a while. Devontae Graham, my man, was a moneymaker for a while. But why were we looking for moneymakers? And then all of the geniuses, 9/10 of them are gone. They were smart on that ride up, but as soon as the ride went down, a lot of those people, they parachuted out. They disappeared. And we've rode this down. And I guess the question you have to ask is, do you want to try to ride it back up and ride it back down? Is that what you're here for? And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do, you want to ride the flip game and the ups and the downs and the peaks and the valleys and the seasonal stuff, I should probably have Sharon Black Shaded Wolf back on because she does it great. Buy in the offseason, sell in the run-up, buy the young quarterbacks, sell the young quarterbacks, buy here, buy at shows, move them around, go to different geographic locations. There's definitely a way to do that and make a business out of it. But a lot of the people who have messaged me, it's almost like we lost our way. And I say we because it's not just you, it's me included, right? And I didn't buy Babe Ruth cards because I was hoping to sell them one day. And yet those are the cards that have increased a lot in value. Now think of that, right? It's sort of like the statement that the crossover guys make, right? It's like, we don't love the cards because they go up in value. The cards go up in value because we love them. And I'm paraphrasing, but you understand the point, right? It's kind of what we were saying, right? That if you chase a card that's got nostalgia, it's probably got nostalgia for somebody else. Someone else is going to chase it. And all of a sudden, we're all chasing the same cards. And that's going to make the value go up rather than try to force it. It's a little more organic this way. And there's something else to it more than just, all right, well, this is the next rookie and it's Prism and we got to chase it. And that's what's got to happen. This is the card you want, and there's an attachment to it. Now, I'm not going to go through the next layer of, are there any cards with attachments? Because we kind of went through that, for the next generation, right? Like, what is it that my son, your sons and daughters, the kids you see at card shows, what is it that they're going to be drawn back here to? And the answer may be nothing. I talked about maybe it being TCG, because they run around playing Pokemon Go and stuff, but what is it they're going to be drawn to? I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the 89 Griffey Jr. upper deck card is going to be for them. Maybe it's a Luka Prism Silver. Maybe. Right? Maybe it's Zion and John Morant. I don't know. I guess we're all going to stick around and find out. But the best ROI I've had in a long time, believe it or not, it's that. It's those episodes. It's that talk because so many people have acted on it. So many people... You guys could do this on your own, trust me, but it was almost like they heard me say that I'm doing it. They heard me talk about what I'm doing to reposition my stuff, to sell some things, to buy things, to kind of get a little more clarity in what I'm doing in this space and what I'm going to buy that I enjoy. And I'm going to start adding some more stuff to that, maybe start more posts on IG, maybe, do a minute or two here of like what I'm buying. I won a couple of auction things in the last 2 weeks. When those things ship and I get them, I'll hold them up. I showed you kind of like, the type 1 Ted Williams and the Babe Ruth recently. I'll do that more as more stuff comes in. But, if you needed to hear it, great. You're not the only one out there who might be disenfranchised, who might be, heading down a road that you don't even know how you got there. Well, it's never too late, right? There's something about the space that you enjoy. There's something about the space that draws you to it. There's something that you want to, be here and enjoy the hobby, kind of have, reminisce about, a little youthful innocence and youthful exuberance and opening packs and all that stuff. Just go back to center, right? Just start it over. And if it means selling some cards, sell some cards. I know a lot of people are doing it. So that's number one. Number two, man, couple things. We'll get on the news. Fun little, noteworthy stuff. Darren Ravel announced that he's doing I think it's going to start on April 8th. It's going to be a news, like a hobby or / collectibles kind of, news organization. Interesting, interesting stuff. I think more coverage of the space is always a good thing, especially when you add kind of what I'm going to call real journalists to it, and they provide some legitimacy. So that's an interesting news thing. It looks like right before I started recording, Leighton Sports Cards on Fanatics Live just hit the Transcendent Beatles card that I mentioned in the news yesterday, the quad Beatles card. That's a pretty cool card. It looks like, hit quick, right? The product comes out and boom, it's already hit. Just goes to show you how much product is being opened. A lot of stuff being opened. I saw, Thomas Jefferson auto. I saw, President autos. I saw Roberto Clemente, card autos. I saw all kinds of stuff. I think there's an Alexander Hamilton somewhere, which would be cool. I might buy that because I'm a Hamilton autograph collector. Don't know if you knew that. So that's an interesting one. And before I get to the ROI on a box and let you guys be, check out Kurt's Card Care recent video. I love how he does it. I love the professional video because, half of me is like, he's not going to show a conclusion to this. But boom, you get a conclusion at the end, so don't worry. Find the one that he just posted about a Willie Mays 52 tops. I mean, it really shows you some of the, I don't want to call it issues with the hobby, but I don't call it issues with grading per se, right? But it really just shows you some of the issues, right? I mean, he found a 52 tops Willie Mays altered that says color added in an SGC slab, altered color added, which is pretty bad. You know what I mean? Like if you have color added, like that's an altered card. And that was a very, very common thing. And that's a card that sells real low because of that. People don't want their cards messed with unless it's a PMG, I guess. Then they don't care. It could be altered all day and twice on Sunday, and people still buy them. But this card, well, so he shows you this really cool, like, reverse light, like negative light. And he's like, I don't see any color on this. And then, of course, he does the dip. He dips the card. So I guess if there was any color on it anyway, now it's off. Maybe he was able to, Kurt's Card Care, clean it off. And of course, sends it in, and he gets a number grade from PSA and a decent number from PSA, not SGC, PSA. And talk about adding thousands of dollars of value to the card by freeing it from a slab, dipping it in a little bit of juice, sending it back out. It really is an amazing thing. It really is. And the positive is it's eye-opening for me. The negative is, if you're coming into this space and you watch that video, how do you hope to operate here? How do you hope to if you're somebody who wants to invest here, like this is an alternate asset class, right? I mean, art gets restored. People know art's restored. It's a restored art. You get it. You buy it. You name it. Coins restored. Comic books restored. This space is an odd space because in the SGC slab, that was an undesirable card. Kurt gets his hands on it, does a little bing, bang, boom. It's in a slab now that makes it desirable. The same damn card. It's just in different plastic with a different piece of paper from a different company with a different number on it. And that's weird. Take what you will from that. Take what you will from that, right? So it doesn't make me want to go out and buy a Mantle 7. I'll tell you that much. And I've been talking about Kurt's Card Care when I'm a year, right? Go back, basketball card guy. He put on his story. He's like, Cage has been talking about this for a long time about not buying the high grade vintage cards. And that is a new thing for me. I wanted that high grade Mantle. That was a chase. But why? It likely was somebody's lower grade Mantle. And then it took a bath. Got a little shined up like a brand new penny, and boom, and a new piece of plastic. Same card. All right. So quick, we're going to end it here. ROI, my best ROI. You guys are going to laugh, but you know what? I don't care. If you came on here looking for the total negativity, you got a little bit of it there. You got a little bit of the curmudgeon Cage. I'm going to flip it for the next 2 minutes. I just had some fun. I opened a box of cards with Ian, and it cost me $45. And I know a lot of people out there who are listening to this are like, oh, no, you can't make money on that. And you're right. This box of cards is not a money maker. It is not one you're buying to make money. But it is, to me, the closest thing to collector's choice from Upper Deck. It's, to me, the closest thing to a big league release that they used to have, a fun kids set that has your guys that you open it up and you get the stars, you get the players you want, and it costs $45. So it's big league. Came out, I opened a box. I did not get an influencer card. I will most likely open more of this. I think there are blasters coming out. I'll probably open some more next week, get some blasters, maybe get some boxes. But I'm going to tell you, my son and I enjoyed opening this product. We enjoyed it a lot. I left one of the things over there. Damn it, I'm not going to get up and do it because I know you don't really care. But check this out, right? You know me, I'm all about the vibes. I'm all about the good vibes. I would never say that. But they do on the card. Look at that. Good vibrations. That's a Julio, good vibrations. Cool looking card. Little Julio Rodriguez. I don't know who it is at Topps who really likes mascots. At Fanatics, I do. I know who likes mascots. And it's probably because she likes mascots that the mascot set was put into the set. Good for you. I know that's your thing. This is fun. Look at that little Orbit mascot. There's a mascot subset. My favorite is called To the Moon. I didn't bring one over because I am an idiot and I didn't prepare, but it is a die cut card with a moon shape on it. It is cut exactly the same as the original metal basketball in 1995. You used to get one per box, a die cut with like a metallic basketball shape on the top of it. Jordan has one. He's kind of like doing a little one of these. Exactly. But it's the baseball player hitting the ball to the moon. And that's pretty cool. It was a cool, I'll make that set. So that was a cool set. But check this out. In a $45 box. A little Pete Alonso blue foil autograph. I don't think we got a numbered card in the whole box, so don't expect that. We didn't get an influencer. I didn't get, breaks with Jess. Shout out to Bleecker. I didn't get that. But for $45, my son and I opened packs. We got the rookie cards. He got one of these good vibration cards of Ellie De La Cruz. Cool card. He's like, I got an Ellie. We got a Dominguez rookie, Luciano rookie from the Giants, and Ronnie Mauricio from the Mets. There are rookie cards. Are they rookie cards that are good enough to grade? Probably not. But are they rookie cards that he can bring to school and show his friends? Yeah. It's cool stuff. There are foil variants. Each pack had a foil card. You got some decent, fun, shiny stuff. And, we're not Met fans, but everybody in New York knows who this guy is. And that is a cool color match kind of sticker. At $45 a box, the worst that could happen is you lose $45. You know what I mean? And then to get a Alonso order, which they're not guaranteed, right? Obviously, I can't tell you my fun and my non-fun is based on, the hits in the box. That is basically gambling, right? Like the fun you had from watching a game is, did I win my bet? Did the team do what I said I was going to do? Did I get lucky enough to get an auto? It's less about that. That's not what I'm trying to say. Obviously, that auto was great, and I'm smiling more, and so was my son because we spent $45 and did better on most of the boxes we've done this year that are $200-$300 boxes. UFC, the Chrome that we opened was just trash, and it was 5 times the price of this box. So, I guess the moral of the story is, your ROI on these boxes are better because you got to find something cheap. When it's $45, you can't really get that hurt. And right now, the goal is to just not get hurt by these hobby companies that are making cards. It's not a win. It's not a win. It's not about how can I win. It's about how can I not get kicked in the balls twice. Maybe just let them graze it. And there's the Hobby or Cage 129. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, everybody.